Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to start a series on my channel about manifestation, and I am going to be talking a lot about the law of assumption and how you can use the law of assumption to manifest literally anything you want. So yeah, let's talk about the law of assumption. What is the law of assumption? So basically, the law of assumption states that whatever you assume as true becomes your reality. If you're on this channel, you might have heard me use law of assumption in some of the readings that I do, law of attraction. I also quickly wanted to go over the difference between law of attraction and law of assumption. I used to be a huge law of attraction believer, but I wasn't really getting that much results with the law of attraction. So I started looking into law of assumption, and my life changed entirely. Okay, law of assumption is like law of attraction on steroids. It's like law of attraction 2.0. Okay, like law of attraction, there are certain aspects I agree with that have worked for me, but law of assumption is really the bread and butter of things. It's really where the action happens. Okay, law of attraction, as a lot of you may have heard, states that like attracts like, and it's all about like vibration. Okay, like you attract people that are in the same vibration as you, and that's not entirely true, at least not in my experience. Okay, let me explain why, because there might have been times where you have attracted someone that might have been lower than you vibrationally. On my channel, like when I pick tarot cards, sometimes we get like cards that indicate that you could have been with like an energy vampire, someone that kind of siphoned off your energy and things like that. So it's like we've been attracting all our lives, and not every single thing that we've attracted has necessarily been in the same vibration as us, right? There are some things that we were a little bit too good for, way better than, yeah. But law of assumption basically states the reason you attracted those things is because of your assumption about those things. So here's an example. Let's say someone has been attracting a lot of like F boys or F girls, and they're more of like a relationship type of person. The reason that may be is because they assume that, oh, all men are trash, or all women are like this, or all people are, they're looking for something casual. And because of that assumption, they started seeing that in their 3D reality. Okay, both law of attraction and law of assumption state that whatever goes on here is usually what dictates your 3D reality. The law of assumption is a lot more powerful because it really, puts you at the center of everything. Law of assumption basically states that you are the creator of your reality, and you're the only creator of your reality. There's no one else outside of you. Okay, everything that you have manifested is nothing but a creation of your thoughts. Okay, so that is a major difference between the law of assumption and law of attraction. Neville Goddard, I really love him. He was he talked a lot about like the law of attraction, law of assumption. I agree with most of the things he said, so this is not going to be like a Neville channel. There's a lot of things he said that I definitely resonate with. Neville Goddard basically teaches that nothing exists outside of your own consciousness, and your entire experience of the world is simply a projection of your internal consciousness. Okay, this is why if you want to change your experience, you must start by changing the assumptions you hold about the world. 100% true. Okay, and this is really great because, like I said, it allows you to have complete control over your reality. You are the director of your life. Okay, like your life is a movie, you're the director, and you assign people roles. And not really the downside, but the harsh truth is that unfortunately you have, if you have attracted negative things, unfortunately it's because of the way that you saw those things, or it could have been like a reflection of how you felt about yourself inside. And that is something that people, I myself had a hard time like dealing with. I was so down on myself. I'm just like, wow, did I really not love myself to the point where like I attracted people not treating me that well. But see, the good thing about that is that you can totally flip the script. You can totally switch that. If you're in control, you can change the way that people act. Okay, and the biggest thing is that you do not have to act in the 3D. The only thing that you have to do is change your thoughts, change the way that you see things. You're not forcing anyone to do anything. You're not like manipulating anyone or anything. That's not what this is. I know I mentioned that, you know, in the law of assumption, no one else has free will, and that is true, because in your reality, no one has free will. That's how it is. And you don't have to worry about like other people. Like, let's say there's two people going after the same job. You don't have to worry about that person. They have their own reality. They have their own thing happening. You're always the winner in your reality, okay? Like, why would you even want to think about anyone else's reality? In your reality, you always prevail. You always succeed when you always get the job or the SP or whatever. So yeah, it really is very empowering. Also, I talk about this in, you know, the context of cards, and, you know, I'm probably still will talk about it, but like, sometimes I mention the universe, okay, or your spirit guides, or God, or, you know, whatever it is that you resonate with. Technically, we are the universe. Whenever I say the universe will shift things to make things happen for you, that's actually you shifting things to make things happen for you. There's also this really powerful quote that says, we are the universe experiencing itself. So if you want something, okay, it's not necessarily like that, you know, the universe will shift things. It's your higher self. It's your internal self that will shift things to make things happen. You are giving yourself permission to attract those things, get that job, you know, get that specific person, get whoever. So that's also a very important thing to keep in mind. I'm also going to be reading an excerpt of Neville Goddard's book, The Law of Assumption. You can get it on Kindle. The app is free to download, and this is literally only 99 cents. Like, I'm surprised this information is, you know, this, like, cheap, okay? Because these are golden nuggets of wisdom here. But I'm going to go ahead and read a quote from the second page. So, experiments... this quote is about law of assumption and, you know, how it works and what it really is. So, experiments recently conducted at 2 of our leading universities revealed this great truth about the law of assumption. So this has been tested. Okay, they stated in their releases to the newspapers that after 2,000 experiments, they came to the conclusion that, listen very carefully, what you see when you look at something depends not so much on what is there as on the assumption you make when you look. Okay, what you believe to be the real physical world is actually only an assumptive world. In other words, you would not define your husband in the same way that your mother would. Yet, you are both defining the same person. Your particular relationship to a thing influences your feelings with respect to that thing and makes you see it in an element which is not there. If your feeling in the matter is a self-element, it can be cast out. If it is a permanent distinction in the state considered, it cannot be cast out. The only thing to do is to try. That's the biggest thing. If you can change your opinion of another, then what you now believe of him cannot be absolutely true, but relatively true. So if you're seeing something that you don't like in your reality, all you have to do is change the way they appear, and they will start appearing in your 3D, okay? In the law of assumption world, there is this, I guess, philosophy that the 3D is not real, okay? We're in a hologram, or we're in a matrix. The 3D is legit an illusion of, you know, it's elusive. It is an illusion. It is just a reflection of our own reality. So like, everyone is experiencing different things. Everyone is, you know, everyone has a different truth. It's not like necessarily a universal thing, because people have so many different opinions about, you know, other people, other things. Again, like the whole thing about, like, you know, the way that you view your you know, best friend would be different than the way that, like, you know, their teacher views them. Like, there's so many different, there's like infinite reality. So the only thing that matters is yours. And when you change the way you think about things, that's when things really start shifting in the 3D. So for example, let's say you have a coworker that's being really hard. Let's say this is like, you know, a manager or something, and, you know, they're kind of just really shrewd, they're really bossy, you know, they're not really like taking your input into account. You know, you don't really have to do anything in the 3D except think differently about them, okay? Shift the way you see them. Shift your perspective on them. In fact, don't complain to your friends. Don't complain to other people and be like, oh my God, my boss is like, you know, being so hard and it's becoming so toxic. I mean, we're humans, so it's okay if you want to get that out. It's okay if you want to like process that. But at some point, you have to start seeing them in a different manner if you want them to change. I have personally tried this, and this has worked 100%, okay? So yeah, a lot of, you know, what you even say to other people, like, that's what ends up happening, where you're attention goes, that's where the energy flows. So if you want something to happen, you cannot keep complaining to your friends, or complaining in general. Okay, this person's like this person's like that. You just have to see them differently. And if your friend asks you, okay, how are they doing now? I mean, you don't necessarily have to lie. This is also where, things can get a little bit tricky. It's like you're in your own reality, but like, maybe if other people are asking you like, okay, wait, how is this going? How is this happening? Like, let's say you're manifesting an SP, a specific person, and in your mind, you're already married to them. In your mind, you see them as this committal, loyal, kind, caring person, whereas in the 3D maybe they're still a little bit different, and your friend asks about them. I mean, you can just, it's up to you what you want to do, but try to stick to your reality as much as possible. Okay, I would never condone lying, but maybe you can just be like, okay, let's switch the topic or something, because sometimes it's like, the 3D will test you, and you have to find a way to kind of just pass the test. But like, what really matters is your mind. Maybe you can even manifest that, okay, my friend won't ask me this until things are sorted out completely. Okay, but like, the thing is, you don't have to even worry about the 3D at all. Okay, technically, you can listen to, you can say certain things that may not be in alignment with what you're thinking, but as long as your thoughts are secure, as long as what's going on here is, prevailing, as long as, your dominant thoughts are, positive and in alignment with your desire, that's all that really matters. Okay, so that is something that I wanted to talk to you about. I'm going to be making a lot more videos. I literally have a whole list of topics planned out. I'm going to go ahead and read some of them. Manifesting, the best way to manifest, visualizing, affirming, or scripting. What is divine timing when it comes to manifesting? Is that even a thing? How can you manifest a third party out? How can you manifest if you're long distance with someone? How to manifest commitment? How to manifest a text message? How to manifest a specific person? What is free will in manifesting? What happens when you're manifesting an SP? What is your SP going through? I have so many topics planned out. It's going to be really exciting. But if this video helped you, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and share with anyone else that it may help. Also, if you have specific questions about manifesting, please be sure to leave them in the comments below. I am going to be addressing them in future videos. I also want to let you know that I am offering coaching, so if that is something you are interested in getting, you can check out the description box below for information on that. I myself have manifested a lot of really great things into my life. Maybe I'll make a video about like my credibility and things that I've manifested. Just to give you kind of a preview, I have manifested a 6-figure job in tech. That is my full-time job. I've manifested multiple SPs coming back. I've manifested multiple text messages. I actually just got 2 today. Maybe I'll even post the proof of them, okay? I've manifested my credit score improving by 21 points. I've manifested getting out of jury duty or not being like called. I mean, I guess maybe that does happen to a lot of people. I even manifested not paying an electricity bill, even though I had like 1 month to pay for it. But like, I talked with the company and they're just like, yeah, it's fine, you don't have to pay it. So there was no cheating, there was no like, fooling anyone. Those are just a couple of the things I manifested. Okay, I also manifested a promotion and raise recently in the middle of the year, and that usually doesn't happen until the end of the year, after the end of the year review. So that was also a really exciting thing. But I will go ahead and end the video right here. Again, drop your questions in the comments, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you so much.